The fictional universe of Hideo Kojima's stealth action franchise is large and vast, with some of the most three-dimensional characters we've ever encountered in a video game series.
Let it go, my son.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Metal Gear Solid characters.
There's a saying I like. One sword keeps another in the sheath.
For this list, we'll be taking a look back at the definitive characters who have helped influence the series into what it is today.
I'm not an ordinary man to begin with.
Number 10, Psycho Mantis.
I am Psycho Mantis.
Discovering his telekinetic powers at a very young age, Psycho Mantis has been enlisted into various organizations due to his unique gift. Mantis began his career by working with the KGB, and eventually the FBI, until he finally found solace as Foxhound's psychic expert.
It's Psycho Mantis. He's controlling Meryl. That tune is his mind control music.
Wearing a gas mask to prevent the thoughts of others to force entry, Mantis uses his ability to aid his group of mercenaries to take over Shadow Moses Island and wage war against the US. Of course, everyone remembers Psycho Mantis the best for being able to break the fourth wall, mess with your controller, and read your memory card.
I will move your controller by the power of my will alone.
Number 9, Gray Fox.
Get away! Gray Fox!
During the events of Metal Gear Solid 2, this mercenary rivaled Solid Snake as one of the best in the world.
I've waited a long time for this day. Now I want to enjoy the moment.
When the soldier later defects from Foxhound to battle alongside Big Boss, he's eventually beaten and killed by his former comrade Snake. His body is later recovered and built into a super exoskeleton suit, granting him life, but at the cost of his humanity.
I'm losing myself.
Longing to challenge his longtime rival once again, and despising his status as a government guinea pig, this tragic character still raises Naomi out of guilt for killing her parents.
I raised her like she was my own blood to soothe my guilty conscience.
Number 8, Otacon.
Only you can save those hostages. Got it?
Right.
Not many have the liberty of calling Solid Snake their best friend. However, Otacon, real name Dr. Hal Emmerich, probably knows our protagonist better than anyone. Originally employed as a weapons specialist in the Shadow Moses incident, Otacon now works with Snake in defending the nation against Metal Gears.
You're the Metal Gear Chief Engineer, Hal Emmerich, right? You know me?
He can often be seen providing Snake with intel using the codec or various other telecommunication devices, as he isn't nearly as useful in the field. Otacon's expert tech skills are only matched by his loyalty, along with his affinity for anime.
What's with these guys? It's like one of my Japanese animes.
Number 7, Eva.
Call me Eva.
Raised as a spy by the Philosophers, a secret organization of the wisest and most wealthy men of the world, Eva worked as a sleeper agent in Operation Snake Eater.
I'm an agent of the Philosophers, a graduate of one of their charm schools. I was raised in a joint US-Soviet-Chinese facility to become a sleeper agent.
Posing as a KGB agent, this elusive woman was able to get close not only to Colonel Volgin, but also Big Boss.
And I have my ways. There's not a man alive who can resist my charms. Besides you, of course.
After completing her mission in securing the Philosopher's legacy, Eva disappears. She later becomes the surrogate mother to both Solid and Liquid Snake in the Les Enfants Terribles project.
But I gave you life. I am your mother.
Number 6, Raiden.
Let's get this over with.
This Special Forces agent played a key role in the Big Shell mission, which was later revealed to have been an elaborate plan meant to craft him into the next Solid Snake, which almost explains the bait and switch that has you playing as him throughout most of the second game. His troubled past links him to being a child soldier in Liberia, under the rule of solidc Snake. Originally a pawn of the Patriots, Raiden is later recaptured after the Big Shell incident and built into a cybernetic ninja. brooding on his dark history and his fate of existence as an expendable soldier, Raiden later finds resolve in fighting for his mentor, Solid Snake.
Snake. It's my turn to protect you.
Number 5. Liquid Snake.
You've been talking to me, dear brother.
Liquid Snake is the product of Big Boss's experiments of using his genes to clone 3 perfect soldiers. Being led to believe that he received the recessive or inferior genes from the legendary soldier, Liquid grew to become envious of his highly revered brother, Solid Snake.
I got all the recessive genes. You took everything from me before I was even born.
In attempts to forego his late father's work, Liquid declares war on the United States in the Shadow Moses incident. In Solid and Liquid's final battle, Liquid succumbs to the Foxdie virus, but later lives on through Ocelot's surgically attached arm. Or so we're meant to think. Number 4. Revolver Ocelot. This character's place in the series seems to transcend almost all titles, as more of his role and identity is revealed after every successive game.
He's the Ocelot commander.
That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Originally introduced as one of Liquid Snake's henchmen, his affiliation with the Patriots later becomes evident, while his ultimate goal is to see them disassembled.
Behold! Guns of the Patriots!
Ocelot now shares a consciousness with Liquid through fusing with his right arm. He also shares a deep history with his idol Big Boss, meeting on opposing sides of the battlefield in Operation Snake Eater. Number 3. The Boss.
Boss?
Debatably, the woman who started it all. The Boss was the mentor of the legendary soldier we know as Big Boss today.
I didn't raise you and shape you into the man you are today, just so we could face each other in battle.
During the Cold War, the Boss spent nearly a decade training with Snake, developing their signature combat style, CQC. When her country ran into peril and needed a scapegoat, the Boss was forced to defect and pose as a traitor, culminating in her demise at the hands of none other than her beloved student. Only a select few know of her sacrifice, while the rest brand her as a traitor to this day.
Snake, listen to me. She didn't betray the United States. No. Far from it. She was a hero who died for her country.
Number 2. Solid Snake.
Who's that?
I'm here to save you.
Product of Les Enfants Terribles project, former Foxhound agent and hero of Shadow Moses Island, need we go on?
Show me what you've got, Snake!
But honestly, there's not much that this man hasn't done. After the Shadow Moses incident, Snake was labeled a traitor by the Patriots, so he ends up staging his own death to sever any ties to any government organization. Thereafter, Snake stopped a World War catastrophe from transpiring in the Big Shell incident.
We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for it. We all have the freedom to spread the word, even me.
He is since believed to be retired after his final mission, mainly due to his accelerated aging, a side effect of his cloned genes.
The wrinkled skin, the hardened arteries. Your early aging symptoms look like classic Werner syndrome. But none of the tests were able to pinpoint the cause.
To the uninitiated, Snake would have been a clear number 1 if it wasn't for someone bigger.
It's been a long time, Snake.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
That's the second time I've been able to sneak up on the legendary Solid Snake.
You're Meryl.
I'm a whole different game from Liquid.
Come, put me out of my misery.
This is impossible. Nothing will hit her. Is she the one they call Fortune?
Well, I'm not a colonel anymore, Snake.
I figured the only place I'd see you dressed like that would be at your daughter's wedding.
Number 1. Big Boss.
Kept you waiting, huh?
No real surprises here. The only person worthy of taking this top spot would be the man that fathered the best soldier the world has ever known.
I hereby award you the title of Big Boss.
After being forced to take the life of his former mentor and friend, Big Boss retired from the CIA, only to later form his own mercenary group.
We've let ourselves interfere with the times, with the Cold War system of deterrence. We're an army without a flag.
Soon amassing enough funds, Big Boss dreamed to create a safe haven for talented soldiers cast away and mistreated by their government. The outer haven he would later build would be a direct tribute to his late mentor.
The hunt is on, Kaz. And the whole world's on our tail. Assemble the men.
The only man better than Solid Snake is the OG Snake himself.
Big Boss.
Do you agree with our list?
Why would I want to do that?
What Metal Gear Solid character was your favorite? For more awesome top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
What enterprising soldier of fortune could resist?